Welcome to the Wealth Wisdom, where knowledge becomes power and power builds your future.
Applied Digital crashed more than 10% today, pushing the stock down over 20% since Tuesday. Is it time to run, or is this a huge opportunity? After all, this stock had gained more than 55% in the 2 weeks before this. So what is going on? In today's video, I'm going to break it all down. We'll look at the drivers behind the move, whether APLD could set you up for life, and I'll talk about some of the key risks you really should know. After all, it's not just Applied Digital that is down today. The entire market is red, with tech and AI stocks being hit particularly hard. Now, we've got a lot to get through in this video, so I'll try to keep this intro short. But if you find any value in this, please smash the like button. It takes a lot of time to make these videos, but it literally takes 2 seconds and costs nothing to hit like. And it helps the channel out so much. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any new content like this. I want to point out that I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So always do your own due diligence. Now let's get into it. Applied Digital develops, builds, and operates next-generation data centers and cloud infrastructure in North America. Its data centers provide digital infrastructure solutions to the high-performance computing industry. The company also provides artificial intelligence cloud services, high-performance computing data centers, and crypto data center hosting services. Its purpose-built facilities are engineered to unleash the power of accelerated computing and deliver secure, scalable, and sustainable digital hosting, along with software as a service and GPU as a service solutions. Backed by deep hyperscale expertise and a robust pipeline of available power, Applied Digital accommodates AI factories to support the world's most demanding AI, machine learning, blockchain, and high-performance computing workloads. We already know there is an AI boom and a data center boom, but we are still in the very early stages. The global data center market size is estimated at $386 billion in 2025 and is predicted to increase to over $1 trillion by 2034, expanding at a compound annual growth rate of 11%. Looking at the investor presentation, we can see that Applied Digital has a world-class management team with decades of experience across industry-leading companies. The company has been positioning itself for huge growth over the past few years, and that has now ramped up with over $5 billion in funding agreements. To support data center development, AI demand is increasing, and so too is the demand for power. Power demand capacity is expected to triple in the next 5 years, with hundreds of billions of dollars being spent annually by the world's leading companies. Applied Digital recently posted an update on its Polaris Forge to campus progress, Building 1. Vertical construction is underway, with the first precast components now placed. Concrete foundations and underground electrical and mechanical rough-in efforts are advancing in parallel, keeping momentum strong. For Building 2, mass excavation is complete, with deep foundation work beginning next week, step by step. Polaris Forge 2 is taking shape through disciplined execution and purposeful design. This is good to see, but unfortunately, The stock has plummeted about 10% today. So is it time to run, or is this an opportunity? Looking at the charts, we can see that Applied Digital stock has fallen quite a bit this week. After rising steadily for the past few weeks, the stock is down about 20% since Tuesday. This could be a good opportunity. On a longer-term view, the stock is still moving in an upward direction, but it could drop a little more next week. I wouldn't be surprised if it pulled back to somewhere between $25 and $26 before continuing higher. So what do Wall Street analysts think? According to MarketBeat, Applied Digital has a consensus price target of $26 based on 13 analysts. The high price target is $41, while the low forecast is $7. That $7 target was set back in April during the broader market crash. More recent targets are much higher, with several firms placing price targets around $40. There's also an interesting article asking whether Applied Digital could set you up for life. That's a strong question, especially with the stock trading about 25% below its October high of $40. Applied Digital is well positioned to benefit from the surge in AI data center investment, and its long-term contracts with hyperscalers provide multi-year revenue visibility. The company has evolved rapidly from being a data center operator for Bitcoin miners into a purpose-built AI infrastructure provider. It's a true picks and shovels play in the AI infrastructure market. In the past, NVIDIA was seen as the main picks and shovels company of the AI boom, and we all know how that turned out. The term picks and shovels comes from the 1850s California gold rush, where merchants selling equipment often made more money than the miners themselves. In recent years, demand for NVIDIA GPS has been extreme, and now we're seeing something similar with RAM. Manufacturing capacity has shifted toward data centers, driving consumer RAM prices up dramatically. Even older DDR for RAM has jumped in price. Applied Digital has spent the last 2 years assembling critical ingredients like land, power, supply chain contracts, and engineering talent to build AI factories, with hyperscalers expected to invest nearly $350 billion in AI data centers in 2025 alone. The company is well positioned to benefit. CoreWeave has expanded its lease to the entire 400 megawatts at the Polaris Forge 1 campus, bringing contract value to $11 billion over 15 years. Management expects this lease to contribute nearly $500 million in annual net operating income. Applied Digital also plans to expand capacity beyond 1 gigawatt and is building the Polaris Forge to campus, which is already partially leased to a US-based hyperscaler for $5 billion in contracted revenue. Considering all these factors, Applied Digital may not single-handedly set you up for life, but it does stand out as a high-potential stock to ride the AI infrastructure wave over the long term. That said, investors must also understand the risks involved. So what do you think? Earlier, NVIDIA was the picks and shovels play, and now RAM has become one of the biggest bottlenecks in AI. I've shared AI stock ideas in the past when they were trading at pennies, and I've talked about upcoming technology waves before they happened. I also have a view on what the next major shortage in AI could be. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. If you want more APLD updates or want to hear my thoughts on the next big opportunity in AI, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.